I wonder if they're still playing Christmas music, Amanda. Hark the herald angels sing.
No. Nobody wants to hear Christmas music after Christmas except for Alyssa.
What's up?
She listens to Christmas music from July on.
Stop.
She does all the time.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I'm ready to get rid of Christmas trees, everything. I'm done.
Oh, no, I'm not
I'm
ready.
ready for summer.
I'm not getting rid of mine until after the first year. It's bad luck.
What's wrong? I mean, New Year's Day.
Yeah,
New Year's
this
Eve.
week. This weekend I'll put it up.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Randy Jones with this incredible tiny homes. And we've got a man carrying a table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two. Hey, buddy. Love these guys.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Love these fellers, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're the backbone of this place.
I know. I was looking for them last Wednesday?
Yeah.
I was looking for them.
That's Blake.
I know.
What's your name? Dylan.
Dylan.
That's Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Dylan's new here. He's our phone home team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this is Blake, right?
There's Blake.
Hey, Blake. Yeah, I was coming through White Pine looking for you, making sure you wasn't stranded.
Yeah, it finally started back up.
Good.
Some bad gas.
Huh.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. It just set and then you started it back up.
We took the gas line off, turned the key over, it spit a little bit of gas out. We sat there for a minute, and then the old lady just turned the key over. We had a problem with it.
Ain't that something?
Cool.
We ain't had a problem ever since.
Did you get that? You got a heater in that house out there?
We got heated.
Good.
All right, cool. All right.
It's all right. One more go.
Good. We're gonna go out there and show their house what they've been doing.
They're working on the foam houses.
Foam houses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Good
man.
deal.
Yeah, I like how they're doing. Every house we do is getting a little bit tweaked, a little bit
And
different.
what
every
number are
time.
you on? Number 5?
And 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
We're going on number 4 now.
You're finishing up 4, and then we'll start a couple more floor
Okay.
systems. Yeah.
Good.
We're not completely done inside, but I mean probably 80%, and then we gotta go
Right.
inside and finish them up.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Good.
All right, we'll be right out, buddy. All right, man. We'll show a few inside here. I want to show some of the homes. We got a lot of homes that'll be probably 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 will be heading out of here. Christmas holidays are always hard, you know, work 3 days and then work 2 days and so part of it. We've done this for years. But actually this year was the first year I ever just took Christmas Day, a couple days and just did nothing.
We all needed to. It'd been a long time.
Yeah, it's been kind of good in a way. I mean, literally been hitting this thing for over 5.5 years now. Nonstop, almost 7 days a week. And to be able to just stop, wow, what a perspective.
Brian Carty said, got a new coat, did he?
Ooh, coach, man.
Randy's proud of his coat.
Yeah, Santa Claus dropped this off.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
It looks so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty warm too, man.
It's Levi's.
It's a Levi coat.
Oh, Levi's. I mean, that's a good brand.
How do I look, Amanda?
You look perfect. Stunning.
Stunning. Yep. But those guys are our foam home crew. We got
Foam home
we got
crew.
2 crews, and they are honing in on their skill, their time, their frame, and how they're going to do it all. And so as soon as they get that down, then they're going to piecework, and I want to make sure that, man, they got it down and they know how to make the money and they know how to produce it. Before I forget, towards the end of the show, but I want to tell you, on New Year's Day, all right, we're gonna have a pre-recorded show. We're gonna do it this week, and we're gonna put it out there on New Year's Day. It's a pre-recorded show of our special offer that's coming out 2021. We got a lot of changes happening, a lot of things we're gonna add. We're gonna just show you a little different structure of how we're gonna do the business, but I got a special offer that I'm gonna make, a special type of home that we're gonna try to sell.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice. Also, I've got some really cool offers on lots.
Ooh.
All right, hear that? Lots
It's exciting.
in the resort. I'm looking at letting lots go for a certain price. You
Okay.
won't own them, but you pay for the lease.
Right.
And if you want a house, if you want a lot over there, it's up to you. You can rent it for whatever you want to rent it for. But if you want a lot in there, if you ever want to sell your lot, if you want to out of the lot, you want to, you don't want to be there anymore, you just sell your lot for whatever you want. You can sell it for what you paid for it, paid me for it as a deposit. You don't get a warrant, you don't get a deed to it, but you get a lease to it. And then there you go, it's your lot. I'll explain more on New Year's Day. So that way we can, if If we get rid of lots over there, people want to live there, we'll keep building. If they don't, we don't build. Done. I'm not in this thing to try to push people to live here. I don't want to push people up. We had a big calling of people needed a place to stay, and I thought it was a great deal for the homes that we were doing, the 10 by 26 and up. We had 75 inquirers before COVID. What is that noise? And I said torque wrench. I think that's torque wrench. But we had 75 people before COVID that was interested in it, and we didn't even, and we thought we'd have financing. The financing didn't come through, and then COVID hit. So it's been a lot of things that hit us for the resort across the street. The one thing that I'm not telling you all more and more and excited about, and I need to take the time to do this, is that the rental market on these tiny homes is nuts. All right? It is nuts, everybody.
It really is.
So the investment that you would put into a tiny home here, that 10 by 40 down there, or Cindy's, or any of these in here, are absolutely money makers.
They
all right?
definitely are.
Even if we didn't even have a management company, you just go on an Airbnb.
Right.
You put it on Airbnb, you're going to do amazing. It's the words out across the United States that people love staying in these tiny homes. Think about you're across the street in the resort setting with miles of hiking, right? Miles of just walking around in the woods, and you get a wooded setting in a home that you get to have an outside fireplace, and it's just gorgeous. 160 plus acres. It's going to be a hot spot. I think it's going to be a great rental place. And if we can, put that wedding venue over there, that'll supplement and even more rental. It will not stay the price it is. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It is going to go up. It has to go up. That's just the way it is. I offered the deal for so long.
Right.
Done. Now it's time. We got to get our money to
And
make
I'm
it out.
tickled to death for the people who signed up
Yep.
when they did.
You guys made like
We're talking, I
you
have
guys
never
made it.
seen so many blind purchases in my whole
Yep.
life.
And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I'll tell you. Like I was talking to Tom today. I'll tell you right now, part of this program, this show, and I'll say it for the next few days until the 1st, right? Today, tomorrow, and whatever, Thursday is New Year's Day. Is it Thursday or Friday? Friday. Friday's New Year's Day.
Okay,
so
New Year's Day.
This week, Monday through Thursday, is only offered 12 o'clock at stops.
Yeah.
The resort property, I've included the lot for 2 years, included in the price of the home, will stop Thursday at midnight. I'm not offering it anymore.
Yeah.
If you want a home in the resort, it'll be the house plus the lot, which is 15 grand.
Right.
That's it. I can't afford it. So if I can't afford it, I'm not going to sell it.
Right. Exactly.
So right now, if we can get 15, 20 people that said, hey, I'm in on that deal right now before the end of the year, end of the week, then that's great. But if you don't, you don't. I'm not in this to push that thing.
Exactly.
I'm in it to build homes. If we can't build homes across the street, we'll build them somewhere else and do something else.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm at.
Yep.
So that deal of buying a house in the resort for the cost of the house is not going to be anymore after Thursday at midnight.
Okay.
Okay. So just wanted to let you know.
I think it's a great idea.
That deal is an amazing
Unbelievable deal.
You get a house plus $9,000 worth of amenities plus 2 years free rent living over there, and we have financing.
Well, and Miss Lawson thought asking, what do I need to do to lock in the deal? What do they need to do?
We need a 20% deposit. Right? Sign a contract, estimation sheet, boom, done.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
it. Really simple, everybody. I don't really complicate it that much at all. It's a resort-style home. Of course, we can change the floor plans if you like, or do the ones that we've been pushing as like the Ocean Breeze. I think it's a great rental. It's got a bedroom down, kitchen, living room, bathroom, with a staircase goes up to a big loft. It's a great rental. It's a great place to live. If you want the deck on the outside, it's $5,000. And you get a 10 by 10. So Cindy's down there is a 10 by 40, but the main house is 10 by 30 with a double dormer.
Right.
All that's included. But I'm not going to offer it anymore after Thursday. I mean, and I tell you guys this because, I don't like being the salesman saying, on and on and on and on. It's like, man, I offer these deals. They're a deal. It's not like, they're a deal. I'm not saying, hey, it's a deal, but it's really not. It's kind of in the underwriting.
No, it's a deal.
No, it is.
It is a deal.
And so if you don't get in, it is going to be the house plus the lot in the resort, and I won't touch that deal anymore.
Right.
I can't afford to.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
If everybody jumps on board, the numbers will work where I can afford it, but I can't keep doing it.
Right,
I'm done.
exactly.
We're going back to building homes.
Yeah, have
I'm not
to.
going to develop
Yep.
any more land. It's done. It's whatever. But if you guys want land and you want a lot over there, we'll keep developing.
Yeah.
All right. So the developments here were costing more money. You guys know on the prairie, it's an extra $2,000 a lot. That's $100,000 I got to come up with extra for the prairie to develop it. The internet, they're all charging extra now. They actually wanted $1,000 a lot out here from me to put in all the internet. And then they said, well, we'll split it with you. I said, I'm not paying nothing. I can't.
What?
I'm done. Yeah, the internet, because they said they're running out of money. Newport Utilities is running out of money.
I mean, how? Geez.
So if you guys want, if you all want internet on these 3 parks, they've got it to where it's $300 deposit.
Good grief.
$300 to get you guys your Wi-Fi, internet, fiber optics to your lot is $300. I ran the pipe, I ran the conduit, I ran the rope, I ran everything, what they said was going to do, and then they said they needed more money, and I said, I don't have it. I'm already over budget.
Geez, we're, way over
Yeah,
budget.
so if you want Wi-Fi on your lot, all right, everybody here, 150 people are moving here, it's $300 for a deposit, and they'll pay the other $300 they said to get it on the lot.
So it's $600. What's 157 times 300?
Well, that's a lot of money.
Jeez. Wow.
So, but it's just money, you know. But when you $300 is not bad, but when you times it by 150 people,
I know.
and they want me to pay that,
Yeah,
I
come
can't pay it.
on.
There's just no way.
Well,
I can
we'd
do
go
it.
out of business.
I
We
build
can't afford
homes,
that.
everybody. I started developing this land over
Yeah,
here so we could
we can't afford
build
that.
more homes so we could build more homes. That's why I develop land is to build homes.
You know, you could never, and I'm sure a lot of people's went through this, not at this magnitude, of course,
Yeah.
but in your own personal, whenever you're buying a house or you're buying land or you're doing something like that, I'm sure there is unbelievable surprises that you never ever thought was going to be extra, and it always happens. You times that by 157 people.
It could break you tonight.
That's
just
it. I mean,
overnight.
we're talking no more business.
Yeah, and
Forget it.
You know, when all the years that I've been in business at Brothers Cove here,
Yeah.
I built 73 homes across over there in the resort. All the homes that I've built here, I have never come back and asked for more money.
Jeez.
Never. I will not ask for more money, even though if I bid it wrong, you'll never know.
And here's the bad thing too, is that it is Newport Utilities, which they've worked with us, they've been great with us, but that's a big deal to a lot of people. $300 is a lot to people, and they're really the only internet that works out here. There might be something else.
I think they're awesome. I think it's a great package deal. I'm not into the politics of the local area and all that. I love Newport. I love this county. I love everything about this whole entire area. I just know when it comes to business, right? So when it comes to business, let's say we've overspent on these parks. I can't go to you guys and ask you for more money.
Right.
Right? No. But the government can. They'll raise your taxes.
Right.
They're going to charge you more, right? You got to pay it. I don't do that. I'm a business guy. You know what I got to do? I got to become more innovative. I got to say, how am I going to come up with this extra money?
Why did they, but I mean, how did they come to you and say, hey, listen, we've got to have that from you? Like specifically.
How did they drove in the truck?
I mean, you know what I'm saying. That's just a lot.
I mean what else are they going to do? They just said, there it is.
Holy cow.
So, and you know what? And I Newport Utilities has been very, very cordial to us. They've been really good for us, to us.
Right.
What they're talking about is more of the politics involved in it, and I don't know anything about it, and all I want to do is build homes.
All I know is they've been in business a long time.
A long time. And you don't get me going about business and money and how you're supposed to run a business and how you're supposed to do, and we lose money a lot.
We do.
We struggle a lot.
We do.
And so we're always trying to invent. Why do you think I come up with these deals? And I'm trying to give deals. That resort is a deal.
It is a deal.
All I'm trying to do is get it developed, right?
Right.
So we can build 40 homes. It helps us build 40 homes in this thing. That's a year's worth of work on 40 big homes like that. Didn't work. Didn't sell 40. The whole world fell apart since we offered that deal. It's a wonder we bought the land. It's paid for now.
Right.
But now we gotta skimper and move and shake the place to keep things rolling, you know.
Right.
So But you know what? Our foam houses are a big seller.
And I just want to mention on here really quick because they're talking about sales and that sales may not have been thought that the deal was over or something like that. We'll make sure that sales knows that they have until midnight to the end of this week.
I hope they're watching.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, this show is like our show for everybody, for the employees, for people who live here, work here.
Keeps
everything.
you updated, yeah.
Keep updated with this thing. I told Sam, my brother, I said, you got to watch the show, man. I can't remember all. And you know what? I don't have time to talk on the phone. When he calls or Barbara calls or anybody calls, I'm sorry. I literally don't have 3 minutes to just talk. It is not that way. It is constant. There's guys coming to the window constantly. We're formulating more and more procedures, ideas out here on the floor. It's just and we're growing. It's not like we're just treading water. We're getting better every day. But to get better every day, you can't just sit and do nothing. You can't just sit and talk about the ball game last night.
Right.
You know?
And you can't stick to what you've started with. You have to keep changing and being different.
Yeah, and I think that's really different than most people realize about business. You know, we don't just start, okay, we got tiny homes and we build them, right? Every day's the same and we build them and it's no brainer. No, it's constantly changing. It's constantly trying to get better. I don't know if I'm different from everybody. I don't know if I look at business different than that, but I got to constantly evolving and getting better and better and better constantly. It's just how I am, because you make more money when you become more efficient, you become smarter, better, all that, right? And I see 1,000 things wrong. I'll always see 1,000 things wrong. That's just the way I'm built.
Yeah.
I'm built to see things wrong and I want to fix them and I want to be better every day.
And two, I just want to mention that anybody who's interested in the deal that still wants to move forward with the deal to send an email to info.
Yep.
And we'll make sure that Sam and Barbie know that the deal is still on until
And I will take
midnight.
calls too. I'll talk to people if they want. I mean, this is a big deal. We got 4 days
It is a big
left.
deal.
And it's like the resort home is you buy a house, you get 2 years free rent, you get $9,000 worth of amenities, and you get a beautiful lot in the resort, and the rent is $300 a month after 2 years.
Right.
Done. Thursday night at midnight, I'm stopping it. You buy the house, and then you buy the lot on top of that, you know?
Okay.
So a deposit on the lot.
Yeah.
So-
Do you want to show that before we go outside?
What?
In the bag from Wanda Dyson.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay, we got... This is
Everybody might have seen on Facebook. I went ahead and showed the mug that she had made.
So go on Facebook, right?
Yeah, so go on Facebook and see that, but I didn't show the rest
At
of
Incredible
it.
Tiny Homes Facebook?
Yeah, yeah. It's
So-
on there. That's cute.
Who is that? Oh my God, look.
That's funny. That was really sweet of her to do that. That's funny. And Lindsay had said the best part of waking up is Randy in your cup.
Randy in your cup. Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
God.
But Wanda Dyson, she had that made, and then everything else is from her in the bag too.
Looks like I got a tattoo.
You know, you had dirt all over you. And
Did
so
I
remember?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's when, yeah, when we were doing the hillbilly.
yeah. So she did a whole calendar.
Begin each day with a grateful heart. Aw,
She did a whole calendar.
I made the cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So she took all kinds of different pictures and just made a calendar. And we are definitely 100% going to have a calendar next year. We promised one
So
this
much
year.
we want to do,
We
man.
want to do. We know we're going to do
that's
it.
cool.
Always stay humble and kind. There's just so much always going on. When it rains, look for rainbows. She did such a good job.
There's Tom.
Look, and it said, what does it say?
See the good.
See the good, and then it shows a picture of Tom. That's cute.
Home sweet home. That's
Yep.
a beautiful picture.
That's Kimberly's house. That's got Ace at the door. There's me and Rob.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Have courage and be kind.
Yes.
You guys got green shirts on.
Both, I know, we both matched that day. And look at here, the guys.
Oh, yeah.
There's Dennis, and there's Ace and Mike, you can see, and Randy, and
Tom was up there, too.
Tom's up there, you just can't see him.
That was a lot. That was, you know what? That
Yeah.
sold them foam homes.
And there's some of the houses over in the forest, Faith, Love, Family. She did such a good job.
That was nice.
Good
of her.
things will happen. Isn't that nice? Got the Highland on there. Let me tell you what this picture's about. Do you know what this picture's about?
You can never have too much happiness.
Well, that's right. You can never have too much peach cobbler. That's 2 peach cobblers, one for Tom and one for Joseph. Mary Ann did not make any for us. I'm just saying.
When was that?
Me and the girls are salty about it. About 2 months ago.
I didn't get a bite.
No, well, he didn't share with nobody.
Oh, look.
Yep, there's Bryce's house. There's the hillbilly house. Life doesn't have to be perfect in order to be amazing.
Now, that's a cool statement.
That's a good statement. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like me all over. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing, and I'm amazing. Because I'm so imperfect.
That is cool. Is it different on the back? Yeah, then it's got it on the back again. That is really nice. Wanda Dyson, and she also sent you a couple of books. She's an author. We have got, I don't know what the deal is. EJ's an author. Judith is an author.
Abduction. Wanda L. Dyson.
Yeah.
Where's God when nightmares come true?
Wow.
Ooh. Shepherd's Fall.
Ooh.
A novel.
Oh, and it's got a cop thing up there.
Cop thing, man. It's got a cop thing.
It's got a cop thing.
Believe it or not, I enjoy reading. I enjoy it. I'm reading 3 books right now. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I'm reading a coaching book, NFL coaching book, which was given to me. And I've got one that was from an escapee of Northern Korea. And I got one of Matthew McConaughey. You know what? And for some reason, I always like watching Matthew's movies, but I seen him in a couple videos, interviews, and I didn't like him.
Really?
He just rubbed me wrong. I don't know why. But his book is really good. So I've been reading his book. He's got some really cool stories. I'm only halfway through, so far it's been pretty good.
I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't know a bunch of the ladies. Do you all remember Trisha Yearwood, the song back in the day, country song, Walk Away Joe? Does anybody, okay, you remember that song, Walk Away Joe? Does everybody know that Walk Away Joe was Matthew McConaughey in the video?
Really?
Did anybody know that?
He was in that video?
He was in that video.
Oh,
so
wait.
look it up. Robin said yes, she knew that. But look it up. It's Trisha Yearwood, Walk Away Joe, and Walk Away Joe is Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
I did not know that back in the day. So that was a 90s song. So.
Yep, he's had a great career and all that. But anyway, I enjoy reading books about just all kinds of stuff. It's kind of,
Travis said, I cannot stand Matthew McConaughey.
I know, he's
got an air.
So
he has an air about him. He does.
And but anyway, and I look at them and I'm thinking, what makes an actor? You know, when I watch them, and when you see their personality in an interview, like their acting is not really far from who they really are anyway.
Right.
You know, because to really act,
that's what makes you a good,
you got to be a complete different person, you know,
right.
is really what acting is. But a lot of them are like I don't know why we're getting off on this, but Mark Wahlberg, the same in every movie.
True, that is
His
true.
same personality is in the same every movie. But
now Matthew McConaughey has got some great movies.
Awesome.
I mean, like Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh my God,
man, that was a good. That was a good one.
Love Mud.
And oh God, what was it? Was he in Mississippi Burning or?
Listen to us.
Oh God, he's in a lot of good movies and stuff.
I know it. Yep. So, but anyway.
Oh, Dallas Buyers Club. If you listen, if you want to watch Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. That is him and Jared Leto was an awesome movie.
Yeah.
And it's a true story.
Yep.
True story. Great movie. Okay. Anyway.
About AIDS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a great movie. I've watched it 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on.
We get off on a tangent, don't we?
Well, moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Awesome.
Woo.
Man, did you tell everybody about my coat yet?
Oh, let's see your pretty coat. Do it. Why don't you do a spin around? Oh yeah, exactly.
Hey, Travis, what do you think of my coat?
Somebody, who was it? Jesse come up to him. Jesse over here, Spray Foam Jesse, said, hey, you ever watched Yellowstone? You look like Kevin Costner.
Do I do it?
Kevin Costner, hot.
Giddy up, boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hot.
Hey, today we had the Amish. David came in here. I don't know if he'll watch the show or not.
Okay.
But David
how would they watch the show?
You know, it's weird. They got so many different
Different
ways.
rules.
They can watch it, but they can't touch it.
They can watch it on, it seems like they can watch it online or something.
Yeah,
or,
but they can't
I don't know, it's something like
program
that, yeah.
Anyway, that's why he found us. And but he was here today. I invited him down. I said, David, there's things we need to go over. So we walked through 3 of the homes they'd had delivered here because we've had to, finish up some minor things on the homes that they didn't do. And it's all because he was our first partnership and they didn't stay here for 90 days. These guys that are here for 90 days are honing in on their skill. They're honing in on the smaller things, like the water. Oh, there's so many little bitty questions that, I wouldn't think of. But when David was here today, he was talking about the ceiling fan and mounting it and securing it. I was like, that's super simple. But when he's never had electricity in his house, or he's never hung a ceiling fan, it was something to be learned.
Right.
The water heater and just the smaller details. When it come down to his trimming and his woodworking and his siding and everything, it was just like ours. It was good. I know the stigma of Amish. I know the stigma of Amish has got to where they're the greatest craftsmen known to man. You know? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's a certain sect of people that are better than others.
I don't either. No.
We've got some of the finest. I'm talking the best detail carpenters in
and everybody
anywhere.
has to be taught from somebody.
There are guys in here way better than me.
Right.
I think it's awesome. I'm not the best carpenter, Bart right there, he's a great one. Scott that's out there, he's a great one.
As a teacher of anything, you want the pupils to go way beyond
I want to hire guys that are way better than me.
That's what you want.
Way better than me. I love building. I still love swinging a hammer and building these. I wished I could more. And I hope to do that. I hope after 2021 that I can move back into doing some of the things that I really enjoy doing. I'm going to try to continue to develop property across the United States. I think it's a big thing because people need places to put these tiny homes. And if we can continue to do that and it's profitable for everybody, I'll do it. If not, I'm going back to swinging a hammer. I love building homes. I know that sounds like going backward after you build a company so large, but in a way, we're trying to set this protocol to set up where has its checks and balances and its systems, and then it runs, right? And put people in place where it needs to be. I've always thought that our overhead could be lowered because of maybe we're getting more efficient. Well, we are massively more efficient. But we're learning that the overhead has still got to be there for quality control. You still have to have that quality. You got to have that checks and balances. You got to have the people involved. We're actually adding more now because we have the lending. We've had to hire somebody to help us with our lending.
Right.
So it's, so the overhead is not going lower. We're just hoping now that we can produce more with the overhead that we have.
Right.
So it's not something that I can say, hey, we're going to reduce our overhead and our prices can stay or get lower, So all that stuff is what I've been calibrating all this year and coming up and trying to come up with some answers and where we're going as a company.
Right.
The one thing I want is I want to have fun doing what I do. I want to be able to enjoy what I do. I do not want to fight this, okay? I don't want to aggravate with this. There's people that live here that the ice and snow came and people's water froze and there's trees down and everything and everybody, got all excited about, my mom's water froze. We have temporary water lines laying on the ground. You have to let your water run, it's going to freeze. I've been doing this for years. I had our own resort. There was always something going on with homes. They're always needing repair. They're always doing something. But I'm outnumbered here. I can't keep up with the 150 homes. I can't keep up with the 40 that are here, right? So I remember telling everybody, we got the roads, you got dirt, that's where you're at. If a tree falls, we will fix a tree. Can't know if we're going to get there Christmas morning to do it. Scott was out there. He cut a couple for the neighbors, and I thought that was cool.
That's nice.
I am not a tree service. I'm not a city municipality, and I don't have money to hire a guy and say, hey, come out there and give you $600-800 to pull the trees out. We'll get to you when we can. That's part of this community that I told you. It's organic. I've given you a place to stay, and now let's help each other. That's just the way it is, everybody. Now, we'll do all we can to get out there and take care of things, but all the homes still need to be skirted to prevent freezing. If you don't have your skirting on, you need to insulate your pipes or let your faucet run. Now it's going to be up in the upper 30s for another week or two. It'll dip back down and it'll freeze again. It happens 3 or 4 times a year here, and then it's back to normal. It's just the way it is. My mom's been out there with exposed water lines for 3 years now. 2 years. We've been here 2 years, 2.5, and we're going on 3.
Yeah.
And
and it was very nice of Jesse. Carol said Jesse cut the tree that was across her driveway.
Yeah.
And said it was so nice and said he's wonderful.
Yeah,
That was
that
great.
was awesome, and that's part of being a community. we got to help each other. You know, I'm outnumbered. Everybody calls me and I can't get out there. I mean, and I was still recovering from being somewhat down, you know, a little bit under the weather, you know.
And too, you know, like my brother, him and his wife, they lived in an apartment. They were without power all Christmas Eve and all Christmas Day until 6 o'clock on Christmas Day.
We had a guy
They about froze to death because it was the coldest time.
Freezing.
It was the coldest time. They had no power.
We had a guy today, David. He just got his power on this morning at 10 a.m.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're out there. They were trying to get to them, but they have to go by the most important. You know, how serious and all that kind of stuff.
Things happen, mistakes happen, life happens. Nothing's perfect. And listen, you're jumping on my train. It ain't gonna be perfect. But that's why I make it financially feasible.
Yeah,
for everybody.
that's a good point too. Jolie said on here, put a light bulb under there. You know, we always had a well growing up. We always, in the well house, had a light bulb. That's all we had in there, and it kept it warm enough to where it wouldn't, you know.
We need to put skirting around, you know, and we've priced out skirting, and we're behind, and we need to get skirting out there, but we just didn't have it ready as soon as the house was up and going. No, we're not that big of a company. We do the skirting, we got it going, but we don't have enough guys. We'll get to it. We're building our sheds right now.
It's coming.
We'll
it's all going to get there.
But man, I'm telling you what, it takes a fun out of doing this when there's so much going on.
Well, so some way that they could help. Okay, talk about, who was it just brought it up? Diana. Talk about the heat tape. She said heat tape costs about $20, $30. There's a specific type of heated hose that you can get for low degree weather, something that's different.
It's a $100 water hose, 25 feet. Okay. Our water line is under the house.
Okay.
All right, it's under the house, and then your connection's under the house. So you've got maybe 20 feet at most of water line. You can do a heat tape on it and go. That's, if you underpin your house, you're good anyway. But if we can't get to it yet, and you got to wait, you could put heat tape on it and plug it. There's a plug-in outside there. We've got everything there. It just takes some time.
Well, and Brian said Ace Hardware has heat wire for water lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So just look, just before it happens again, just
we had a customer out here.
it.
She wrapped hers and it unthawed it and was done.
Good.
You know, you got to get underneath there. You're a homeowner. You got to crawl around. You got to.
He said it works with PEX, so that's good.
Works with PEX. You got to just get out there in the cold and the rain, and it's going down your neck just like the rest of us is part of it. You know. So, but yeah, trees will fall. I paid an extra $5,000 after Yump was gone for a guy to go in there and cut all the dead trees.
That's true.
That is true. $5,000. He cut, 40 or 50 dead trees. And then when it snowed, there was still more that fell over.
Right.
Well, they were good trees that fell over because of the weight of the snow.
Right.
As you can tell, we are not used to a lot of snow around here.
Right.
Things are going to happen. That's just the way it is. But it really takes the fun out of doing anything. I really love people. I love building homes. I want to surprise people, and I want to overbuild and undersell, and I love just giving somebody something that they're happy. But when you can't ever win, it just takes wind out of your sails,
you got to think about it too. Is that when something like that happens, you got to work together. You just have to.
Yeah.
It just works the
And
best for
everybody knows more than
everybody.
me.
And if, go into somebody else's house if you have to, something, or go get water. You wouldn't believe how many times we borrowed water off Neighbor Sue. They had city water. This is what Neighbor Sue and Kenneth did. They had city water. They had a well house and city water. So they had both. So they never run out of water. And see, if you have a well at our house, when the power went out, the well went out.
Yeah.
And you had to prime the well when the power come back on.
What do you got now, Amanda?
I got city water.
Oh, okay.
I got city water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about how long ago? 10, 15 years ago? 10?
Yep.
Something like that. Randy had to dig.
10.
You had to dig a line 800 feet. I mean, and we had no money to do that either.
No, never had.
No, never had. I know, and if you get a chance, I'm glad you brought that up, Travis. If you get a chance, go onto my Facebook. It's Amanda Hayes on Facebook, and look at my pictures that I took. I walked all around my property. I went up in the woods, went all around the house, all the snow and everything, and it looked real, real pretty. So I wanted to share that with everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Got a show place over
Show place, and then when everything melts, it looks like crap.
No.
Snow makes everything look like icing on a cupcake.
Amanda's got a unique piece of property. You got 13 acres out on the very, very, very edge of the city limits of Morristown. 13 acres.
Yeah.
Pays about $400 a year in property tax.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, just
$400 a year.
a little under $400 I
in
pay.
property tax.
Isn't that something?
Give to her by great-great-grandmother.
Well, it wouldn't give. Remember, we had to buy
I
it
will.
years ago. Is
got it.
an ordeal, but we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but everybody on these tiny homes, when you think about it, man, having that deal of a low cost of living, right?
Yeah.
But she has a home she has to take care of. That's why these homes right here, there was a gentleman that come in here with his wife. He was a local guy, and he was a great big guy. And I've noticed guys that are big structured guys, they walk in here and they feel completely, like claustrophobic in these homes.
Yeah.
Right? So I had him go in this house, and I said, it was a 10-foot wide home, and there's our bigger ones, right? So I had him walk in there. I said, now put in your brain right now, you're sitting in the living room watching the ball game.
Right.
You got a sofa, you got a big chair, you got your ball game on the wall, right?
Yeah.
He said, okay. I said, now you want something to eat. You're going to take 5 steps
Yeah.
to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Instead of taking 22 of them across your den and your upstairs
That's
and in your
right.
kitchen. You're taking 5.
Right.
You still can walk around, your wife can walk past you. You still got a stove, refrigerator, countertop, you got your pantry, you got all the food, you got your stuff, pop your pizza, go back, sit down. Time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You take 7
Right there
steps
it
to the
is.
bathroom. He's turning around, he's got room, done.
Right.
I said, when we go to bed, go up the stairs just like you do in your regular house and you lay down.
Right. Go to
When he
bed.
thought about the process involved in that, he actually stopped and said, you know what? Show me some more.
Yeah.
He was interested. And I said, you've got to just think about this. You see this vast openness in your regular home that you have.
Right.
But you got to clean it. You got to paint it. You got to pay taxes on it. You got to do all it.
You have to change your
you
whole
got to keep a job
mindset.
that pays for all
That's
that.
right.
Where these homes can be completely paid off, easy to clean, and done. And everybody, I'm only saying this because our homes are less money than everybody's across the country, right? You can pay them off, get them done, and not have these bills. We offer some good deals. Now, if you want to spend $100 grand, I'll take your money and I'll build you a Taj Mahal. But if you want a home for 25 grand, we got them.
Yeah.
25 grand.
Listen, if my house wasn't paid for, I'd be doing the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Yep.
I'd be doing the same thing.
And you cannot have a lot of clutter in your home.
You can't have a
That's
bunch
just
of
the way
stuff.
it is. If you put clutter in your home, that house is going to come in on you.
You got to change your
You
mind
put more
about
shelving on it, more cabinets in there, and you start filling your stuff up, you can't turn around. You're going to not want to live there. I can
Right.
live in a 16-foot home and not have any clutter in it, have my clothes and my stuff. I can't go grocery shopping for a month, but like right now in the wintertime, you can put a cooler outside and put all your stuff in a cooler.
But you could. All you have to do is change your mindset, and it's like, where's your priorities? Are you wanting to get out of debt?
Yes.
Or what's the number one thing that you're wanting to do, and you'll do whatever it takes to achieve that.
I love building these $25,000 to $35,000 homes. I love
yeah.
it because I know the person is probably going to be out of debt, if not already, within a couple years.
Yep.
Right? And it just feels good to think that somebody is not going to have a house payment. I know
Yeah.
what it's like. I lost a home because I owed money on it and I had to move into a camper.
Right.
If I'd have had a tiny home paid for, I'd have been living in it still today.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Right.
really I remember all my life thinking when I was even growing up as a kid, I go, man, everybody works their entire life away for a mortgage. And the younger generation doesn't want to do that anymore. They don't
Yeah.
want to do like their parents have seen them, working a job you hate
I
or
know.
working 2 jobs just to pay the mortgage in hopes that if you paid $150,000 for the house, you hope in 30 years it's worth $300,000, right?
Right.
What could have you done with that 150 grand if you had invested it in the stock market or bitcoins or something like that? It'd have been astronomical amount of money,
Right.
and you wouldn't be gambling on it because you're thinking because the market can fall and your house is not worth it. Then plus you're repairing the roof, the
Right.
heating and air system, and the maintenance on it. You know, so anyway.
I know, speaking of maintenance, I just want to tell what I did yesterday at the house is that I went out to the barn. There was some shingles I remember that Randy had years ago that was out there. I grabbed 4 shingles, took them over there on my porch on the steps and just nailed them down because, I mean, it was slick. Got rid of all the snow
yeah.
and everything, and I nailed down the shingles. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it fixed the problem.
Yes. You guys can do everything. We had our workshop for 18 months. And like I said before, we've had women that come in there and built everything.
Yeah.
You know what? You can build it all.
And you gotta and there's so much on YouTube and Google and and just look it up and try to figure it out and try to, you know, save money doing it and stuff, you know?
Yep. I never had one mentor or a teacher teach me anything.
And there was no internet back then. It was nothing. It was hard
You know,
stuff.
I remember, you know where I got a lot of my ideas was this old house.
Oh, I love this
On
old
public
house.
TV.
I remember
I'd
that.
watch it.
This old house.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember building my first house. I'd watch it every, I think Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
I'd watch it trying to tune in, you know.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, hey,
Well, good.
come on here.
Can we show, is there anything else that's went on in Judith's? I really like
Bart was helping us with some plumbing problems out here in the forest today.
I love the layout of her house. I hope we don't lose signal. If we
You know
do,
what?
we'll come back
Let
home.
me see if I can get a ladder to get
Oh,
you
I was
up in
gonna say,
there.
there ain't no steps.
Here, I got a ladder. Let me
take a
bring you
peek.
steps, Amanda.
Well, there ain't much it's changed. Oh, there's one right inside here. Well,
You got one in there?
There's one right inside the door.
Okay.
Not much has changed, though. He's been working on other stuff, ain't he?
Oh, yeah. Today we had him working on, like I said, there was some plumbing issues out in the forest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we had him helping us out. Bart,
that's awesome.
Bart's kind of moving into maybe a different, I don't know, position with us.
Here we go.
There you go.
I just love all her windows and stuff she's gonna have.
Yeah, she can't wait to get these windows. We can't wait.
I know.
They came in and they were all the wrong size.
They came in wrong, yeah.
Yeah, so we had to wait.
She's
to get
got
them
a
in.
door back there.
So all this is open. This is all of her kitchen and her walking out and windows all through here. This is all open. This is going to be, I think, a sitting area where you can watch TV, sit here. And then this wall across here is actually going to be her bedroom, her single bed, right? And then she can roll over there into the bathroom.
Roll over in the bathroom. Judith ain't gonna roll over in the
Yep.
bathroom. But I love this. Her house is all one level.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people are interested in that. Someone was just talking about a one-level house. Maybe
Yeah.
it was Barbara.
Well,
I can't remember who
you know,
it
I
was.
push a one-level house all the time. That's why I came up with, you know,
I
the
love a
24
one-level
foot,
house.
the 24-foot home, bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom.
If I didn't do a one-level house, it would have to be something like the Ocean Breeze. I just am not comfortable with ladders. I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable with it.
Yep. And
You
Ocean
don't have
Breeze
to
has
be
the
old to
staircase.
fall, I'm telling you.
No, man. Nope. But we're almost trimmed out, so we got a little bit trimming. We probably, if we could stay on it, probably be done in a couple weeks, you know? Yeah, if not sooner.
I love all her windows.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, and there's where her shower's going to be.
Yep. Spray foam. I was
Oh,
talking.
now this is a good question. Siobhan wants to know, if we want tile in the house, how do we get it subcontracted? Tell
we
what
can
we
do
do.
tile. You guys let us know. We got a tile installer.
He's
and,
fabulous.
Yeah, Will does all of our tile for us. We love
He's
doing
great.
tile. Yep. We'll do tile on the floor. You know, I was listening to the radio. What was that one? It's called The Money Pit. It comes on Sundays.
Yeah, I've heard
on
that
the radio.
before.
And they were talking about the snap vinyl.
Oh,
and you know, you
okay.
can get snap vinyl that looks like tile.
Yeah.
And it's completely waterproof. So
Ain't that
that
something?
may be an alternative to putting tile, and it's a lot less money. So I was going to look in. Normally, our snap vinyl looks like wood flooring.
Yeah.
And it's waterproof.
You can get
pour-
any kind of pattern, can't you?
Well, yeah, and I'm assuming you can get it like tile too. You know.
Huh.
Yep.
You know what I have on my bathroom floor still to this day? I went and got a stack literally like 17 years ago. It's been a long, long time
Wow.
ago. Went to the dollar store, got a stack of those square
Sticky.
vinyl stickies, unstuck it, and I took like a knife, like a packing knife, and went around the toilet and everything. That is still what I have on my floor today.
That's something.
Still have it I just put it right on the subfloor. Just stuck it on there.
Yeah.
I just can't, but it's all,
Do what you got.
I didn't have any money. I mean, I still don't have any
You
money,
never
but
think about it when you walk
But
in
you
the
don't think
floor.
about it. I mean, it's brown, so so it is what it is. Love the dollar store. Sally said, "Tell Randy he looks cute on video."
Ah, thank you, Sally.
Well,
Let me help you, Amanda.
well, I got nothing.
foot on
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, hold on. There we go. I don't want to fall.
Come on, Sally. Yep. Isn't that a beautiful color
Oh
combination?
my God! Look how rich that looks.
That is a good
Wow.
word. Rich color. Yeah.
Jolie said, "Let's put a collection together for Amanda's bathroom floor." That's funny. Oh my God, look how pretty is it. Oh, Sally, she's laughing. That is beautiful. Look how dark that is.
Yeah.
Hey, Trent wants to know,
Yep.
is there a different way to get white walls besides paint? White walls besides, like stucco or something, you mean? Or what, to get a white wall besides painting it? Put paneling. Get some white paneling.
I mean, we do the whitewash, you know.
And,
what else is white in the earth that you
well,
don't paint, you know?
like,
I mean, we sheetrock, but.
oh, you know what Donna just posted? Donna said her first utility bill was $11.82.
Oh,
that's awesome. Eric said white stucco. He said, isn't there material that comes white on one side? I mean, like a paneling or some kind of board or something?
Yeah, and then you got the seams and joints. Just like a mobile home, they got all them colored paneling and stuff like that. Hey, you know what I forgot to tell you? I called where Bryce's house is in Oregon.
Yeah.
And I checked their
It's like people are building here or something.
Well, I checked his power, and his electric bill was from $11 to $17.
Oh, wow. Very cheap.
And it's cold there.
That's very cold there.
Yep, in his house.
Jeez.
Yep.
That does look like Lincoln log colors.
I love
Isn't
this
that
color.
beautiful?
Yep. Now this, everybody, is
dark.
a Sickens color. Right?
I was getting ready to ask
product.
you that.
This Sickens product is amazing.
Back up and
this
get
is Miss Reynolds' home.
That's beautiful. That green and brown.
That's the colors we used to do our log homes when we had them. I mean, this is probably my favorite of all type of siding color combination.
And just to kind of go over, that is, the bottom is...
This is a board and batten.
Board and batten.
So if you guys have ever seen the Ocean Breeze home or the Highland home, I combined the board and batten with the lap siding, with the cedar shakes, and then you put shutters and all the trim, and all those beautiful textures is really what makes the house.
And the other is what, called lap siding above it?
Yeah, this is lap siding.
Uh-huh.
It overlaps one another.
Yeah.
And up there are cedar shakes.
Cedar shakes.
Now, the cedar shakes can be real rustic, or they can be more refined, and that's more of a refined shake. I think it fits this. When you have a bigger home, the rustic can fit a little bit better, maybe even in the gables.
Now, Sharon's asking, hey, Sharon. Sharon watches all the time. Sharon Church. Was Miss Reynolds done by the Amish?
Yes. Sharon, you're pretty sharp.
Sharon knows what's going on. Listen, she watches all the time. She knows.
Yeah, it was done by the Amish. They came today. There was a few things that we needed to touch up. That's why it's not out of here yet. And we've talked, I think, to Miss Reynolds a little bit about it.
Okay, good.
And that's why I told when David come here, I said, David, you've got to learn how to do these finishing touches, you know.
Right, exactly.
But it worked really well. Like I've always said, the Amish have got such a great rapport. It's just their personality. It's not because he's Amish. It's because of the way he's wired.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Randy, are you Amish?
Am I Amish?
Are you Amish and you don't know it?
I wanted to be Amish. At one time, I wanted to be Amish.
Really?
Oh,
For real?
Yeah.
You know, I never knew anything about the Amish until like I was up in my 30s. I didn't know anything about Amish people.
I wanted to be an organic farmer so bad.
Now you told me that.
I wanted to plow with horses and have a farm and just raise stuff. I mean, isn't that weird?
That's cool.
That's when I was
right
out of high school.
It's not weird.
But I mean, I'm just like a normal, kid and everything else. But I wanted to be an organic farmer.
I just wanted to be married and pregnant. That was it.
Yeah, well, you did.
Well, accomplished. Done.
Yep.
Let me back up and see this. Oh, it looks really beautiful.
Let me show this one back here.
Okay.
Because this is urethane on the outside.
Let me show the outside of it here.
Yep. This is Souza.
Souza.
This shot is a real pretty shot because it shows the dormer, the gable, the box, the side, all of that. Okay? So here's your door to your storage unit. These boxes are $1,500. And it's probably well worth it. Man, there's a lot of work involved in it. And then this is a a T&G. So this is the same wood that's on the inside that we have on the outside.
Now, it's just a different look. The tongue and groove, there's no way that water can get in there. I know with the lap siding that the water comes off of it.
Let's say that's the tongue, and then this is a groove, and it fits over top. So this bottom board has a tongue, then this bottom board, the bottom of this one goes over top of it. So when the water hits this, and I like because it's slanted right here.
Right.
So the water will hit this and go down, hit this and go down. It won't wick back up inside there.
Okay, that's good.
And then, of course, they're putting the urethane on here, and
and then underneath it, it has that. You have some kind of. What do you have on it?
There's a membrane underneath.
Yes.
A waterproof
Okay.
membrane. Let me point out something that has to be fixed on this house right now. I'm just walking by and seeing it.
Okay.
See if you can see something on here.
Okay. Let me look.
Show the camera on there.
Let me look.
So if this trips,
Something that has to be fixed.
Yeah. All right. Look on this side of the house right there, within
Let me see.
this range right here.
All right. Let them guess. Hold on. Let me show this. Something that has to be done.
The camera may not be showing it.
Do you
Get
all
right
know?
here. Get right here.
Get
and
right
just pan
here.
from the ground up.
Okay, from the ground up.
Pin from here up. There's two things wrong here that's going to
Two
have to be
things
repaired.
wrong. Do you
Yep.
all know what it is? Oh, this is fun. Okay, Vilma said the gutter. What about the gutter? Renee said caulk. Hold on. What else, guys? Do you see what else? Gutter, corner cut. Eric said. We're still looking.
This is
The
a button.
hold on.
This
The
is a button
faucet.
pass, so the button pass is an okay technique.
Caulking.
Okay.
Some dents in the wood. Seams.
denser.
Metal flashing.
Well, there's flashing behind everything, so you can't
Too
see
short,
that.
corner
it's visual.
trim.
It's visual. Now, just say things you know that's wrong.
No, they're just they're saying they're guessing.
Well,
Too short,
what I'm
corner
saying,
trim.
you got the dents in the wood and stuff. That's going to be the wood. All right. See this right here? That should have been sanded off.
Oh, they probably didn't see that. Yeah.
That should have been sanded
And this
off.
right here.
And this right here.
Right there.
All right. And then to see this hole? I like filling those.
Yeah.
I like filling them, sanding them, and done. Now they've filled and sanded almost everywhere, and this is why you got to have people go behind everybody and then go behind everybody again. I've done this before in my past.
Yeah.
Then I got to go back and I got to sand it off and I got to re-urethane it. You know, and what's really hard is if you stain over top of it, you can't hardly sand and bring it back to the same color.
Oh,
you
okay,
know?
okay. So this.
But flashing, there's flashing behind butt joints like this right here, and we also have a water membrane behind it for the
Okay.
flashing. Somebody said the corner. This is
Yes.
a button pass corner, so we do a butt and a pass, which is fine. Some guys like to 45 their corners, some button pass them.
Does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. A 45 sometimes looks nice. You don't have this seam back here, but at the same time, a 45 will open up on you over time if you don't watch it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why some guys don't like to do that.
Who was it that said? Denise said Randy nail polish remover will take off the ink.
It will, but they've already urethaned over top of it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You can
so now they have sanded.
and you can use that goof off too.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll take off. You know,
Okay.
phase.
Good.
Anyway, it was just
Yeah, I wasn't
something.
close enough for the print. They couldn't see that.
I
They could
figured
see
that.
the hole, but not the print.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Good.
But see, in this right here, they've probably hit it with something here, and they got to fill that and do some stuff. To
Yeah. Exactly.
It. But all in all, I mean, you can always find something wrong with the house.
Always.
Like forever. But I try to pick out these things, and I try to show the guys, and we try to learn from these things so we know not to do it.
Now, a good question Trent's asking, do you have to retreat the outside in a few years? Like, what's the maintenance on this?
Well, this is a weatherproof. It depends on the sun, the UVs, how much is exposed to the environment, where it goes in the country. If it goes to, like Susan's is going to Arizona, man, this stuff could dry out so much. You're going to a 3% humidity versus 30% here. Things are going to move, crack. You may have to refinish it if you go somewhere in another part of the country.
So you got to plan on that.
It's really just watching it. I love the urethane and the Sikkens is because you can just brush it on and you're done. Look, I'm what, 4 foot from the top. So
Yeah.
I need really a 4-foot ladder to do the whole house.
Right.
Now I got the gable ends. If I didn't want to get up on a ladder, I hire somebody to do that.
Right.
You're looking at $50. Somebody
Okay.
gonna throw some urethane on it. Mm-hmm. But look, you can get up here and get all this, pretty much all this right in here.
That's cool.
Yeah. And the urethane is real rich looking. I love how that looks. You know. Now we took.
Now,
from
what
here-
do you do? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
For anybody, because I've seen a couple of houses that out in the forest that have not had anything done yet. So they're turning like the grayish kind of color and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So if they're said, hey, okay, now I'm wanting to stain it or paint it, what do they
Right.
have to do to prep
If
to
they
do that?
want it to come back like this, they'll have to bleach it,
Bleach
and
it?
clean it, and pressure wash it, and get it back to it. It'll come back to its natural
That's
beauty.
amazing.
And then you can redo it again. A lot of people like it turning gray, and they like it weathered, and then they can
Right.
put a stain over top of it. You know.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, man.
Man, we're already at 55 minutes. Ain't that
Wow.
something?
I was gonna go outside and show a few homes that were done outside, but it's already dark.
I know. And let me tell you something. The temperature has dropped.
Is it colder?
Oh, it's colder. My hands are froze.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
hey, everybody, we're going to be back on tomorrow during the day or sooner. Our shows, I'd like to come on during the day a little bit more to show you the guys. It was an awesome day because there's so many guys working in here. And we're doing a lot of activity. I think you guys would really like to see the production that we have going on.
I
in here
agree.
with the foam houses and all stick-built homes. Again, I will come out New Year's Day. It'll be a pre-recorded show on New Year's Day. All right, and I'm going to show you our new. It's not really a new product, but it's a new offer that I'm going to have. It's going to be a 30-day offer. I hope you're going to love it. What, man?
Lori's wanting to know, is there any of the homes that have the stucco on it yet? And where-
No, we don't.
Where we at with the stucco?
We have just been building the foam homes, and I think we're going to get to we got 4. I want to get to 6, and then we're going to stucco all of them.
Does it have to be a certain temperature to stucco? I'm curious. Nobody asked that, but I'm just curious. I know
I'd
the
have to
cold
see.
is a lot to contend
I
with.
stuccoed. Remember the
It
Hobbit?
was hot. Oh, yes, yes.
Middle of the winter,
Middle of winter. That's true.
and it worked out awesome.
Yep. Well,
So,
maybe it'd be all right.
We'll see, but I have to look on there and see. Everybody, would you do something for me right now? This is our sole means of marketing. Would you guys hit your like bucket? All right.
I know we didn't bring the bucket out either.
Would you hit your like button? But I
Yeah.
always slip my tongue and I get all messed up. But we've called it the like bucket. But it's just something that helps us, shows that you guys are interacting with us in this show. Google says, "Whoa!"
And they said
People
that it
love
has
it.
shot us up whenever you
I would love.
Google us.
I always said I would love our show to be like an NBC program, but we need more song and dance.
Somebody's asking about, are you still doing blowing up the tree on Christmas Eve?
I am blowing up the
I mean,
tree on Christmas Eve.
what is it called? New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. We
I'm
done
blowing
had
up.
Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are. Okay.
All right, let me say a couple things. Let me count down. 5, 4, 3,
Oh, I thought you did
2,
that already.
1, 0. If you would hit your like button for us, then that'll help us progress this video out there. That'll help us for people. What does it do? It'll help us be famous. All right?
Yeah.
Help us make us famous.
Make us famous.
Anyway, believe me, if I had my druthers, I would rather just build and not be promote our company, our building company, to keep these guys working and keep that hammer going. That's why we're on here tonight.
It does work. The
Yeah.
views have.
It's part of the
more
rules,
views. It's
everybody. We
worked.
got to have you guys, if you will. We don't have to have you, but if you will, we ask you to hit thumbs up for us, if you would. If you like us, comment, and that helps us out. On New Year's Eve, we have a tradition here that we take a Christmas tree, and we decorate it with fireworks. We'll come live on New Year's Eve. We probably come on about 11. What do you think, man? 11:30? We'll come on live.
Yes.
And we'll decorate it with fireworks, and we set it on fire, and it is amazing. Last year, our tree was a little wet, so this year I made Tom, he got a big Christmas tree.
Super
I said,
dry.
Tom, take the water out of that tree. I want it dry as can be, and I'll show you guys how we decorate it and how we set it up. Sometimes when it rains, we've got to put a tarp over the tree, but it is an extravaganza that you guys will really love to see on New Year's Eve. So if you're not doing anything on New Year's Eve, tune us in and watch us blow up a Christmas tree.
And Diana says we've got 65.2 subscribers now. Jared Ford said, yep, number 3 on YouTube, tiny homes list in NZ. New Zealand? Is that what he means?
Number 3 in New Zealand?
Yeah, on YouTube. Number 3 on YouTube, tiny homes list in NZ. I guess it's New Zealand, I guess. Let's hope it doesn't rain. I don't even know what the weather's going to be like at all.
I don't care. It'll do whatever it wants to
And
do.
it'll be 11 p.m., of course. There was something somebody asked a second ago that I was going to... Gina said, please answer 5,000 down question for RJO. Gina, if you would send an email to info, put it at Randy's attention.
Yep.
So he can contact you on that, okay?
Listen, you know what I just thought about? You guys want a home? I mean, I'm asking you, do you want a home? What are you waiting on to buy a home? All right? I want to know what you're waiting on. Is it because we're too expensive? Is it because you can't get a loan? Is it because you haven't got the money? You're indecisive and you need to know. I want to help you make that decision.
Right. Just
I
email
want to help
and
you
let
make
us
that
know.
decision. I
Yeah.
really do. Everybody, I know our prices are low and everybody in the country. We can go up and up and up on our prices and still beat everybody. You can see how we show you how we build our homes and what we're doing. We're in the business of building homes. That's what I do. That's what I want to do. And I'll take on anybody out there that thinks they can do what we're doing.
Oh,
anybody.
good luck.
Male or female. I'll take you on. Because what we've done is taken a trainload of work, an enormous amount of energy, and a lot of trained, skilled people that bring you guys these homes. I've showed you everything but my checkbook. If I showed you my checkbook, you would probably couldn't sleep tonight. All right? But I show you everything else we need to build these homes. We're here to build homes across the world, across the country, and what we can do. Are we perfect? No, but we are trying every single day to be better at what we do. And I invite you to come here. Like Amanda said, gates open, come here and slit my throat.
I didn't say that. You said that. 850 Industrial Road, come slit my throat.
Come slit my throat.
Come slit my throat.
Yep, and that's who we are, everybody. We are here, we are American, this is the American dream right here. It came alive because we had a dream and we had ingenuity and we had the want to make it happen. I'm talking the want. And you gotta have that drive to make it happen. You gotta have what is living without a dream, man? It's nothing, it's worthless. You gotta just have that want. And you guys see it. Built this building out of nothing. All these homes, it's just these guys, and I ain't had a dime and nobody helped me out. And it's been hard.
Now I'm curious about this. Ruben wants to know, can the partnerships bring in their own buyers? What does that mean?
Yeah,
Bringing
if you
their
want
own
to sell,
buyers.
anybody can sell a house. You know what we do? We give a $500 commission. Anybody sells a house. You sell a house, you call us up. That's what our we have trained salespeople that are trained and know how to sell a house, because we have information and all these upgrades and amenities that help people understand. And we actually have our salespeople help design home in a certain way to help you understand your tiny home. But if we have partnerships to say, hey, I got a guy in New Mexico, he's building tiny homes, and somebody walks up to his shop, say, I want to buy a house. Well, yeah, sell them the house, right? Great, no big deal, but they run everything, the paperwork and bookwork comes through our company. When you become a partnership, you work for us. You were a subcontractor, right? But you sign a documentation, you have no compete clause. You can't go out and build your own tiny homes after you learn all our tricks and trades. You don't want to go out there and do your own thing. If you want to do that, just watch our videos and go do it anyway. I mean, it's super simple. But what we do is when you become part of our partnership, you become part of our family. And we do everything in this world to give you business. We sacrifice all we can to get you homes and to keep you in business. You know, it's a partnership is really what it is. I don't know if people really realize what a partnership really means. It's family. It's your blood, your kin when that happens. You know, so there's a big deal about a partnership. We also have to have these partnerships have to be on it. You got to give us pictures and videos. You got to do what we say to make sure our customers are happy. Our customers are number one for everything. Tom and I are massive quality control, and our customers come first in what we're trying to do. I know it seems like we get overwhelmed, there's a lot going on, but when we have a customer that's unhappy or we haven't been able to get to them, it bothers us unbelievable, you know. Another thing is expediting the time of these builds. You know, for us to delay a home being built costs us money. I wish they were all built right now. I wish I didn't have a waiting list. I wish they were all done today and we were waiting on more sales. That's the only way we make money. We're losing money the longer it takes. So if you guys are anxious about your home being built, we are too. We are. We are not resting on our laurels and just like, well, we'll get to it whenever. No, it is a mad rush, constant, to get your home to you as soon as we can. All right? Whew. Man, Amanda, it just seems I went all over the board with this show.
Carol, I'm glad she brought this up too about 21st Mortgage. 21st Mortgage, you of course can go through them on our website, but
Yep.
also look on our website that it also has the other option, which is called Hearth,
Yep.
Hearth.
Yep.
And there is a tab on there. Go on to the financial page, and everybody just put on there Hearth.
Yep.
But go on there and go through that, and you can apply through there. It's a personal loan.
You sure can. Yep.
And anywhere else that you think, I mean, maybe a credit union or any kind of other financial
Hearth
place.
is a personal loan, so it's not, they don't use the house as collateral, they use your personal finances and your credit score. So if you are upside down in your debt ratio versus your income, you're probably not gonna get a loan.
And Mishka, I will look out for your paperwork. I don't know if it came today or when did you send it? Just let me know that, and I'll keep my eye out
Mishka,
for
I'm
it.
gonna call you tomorrow and go over if there's a good time, maybe text me a good time when I can talk to you about your home.
Okay.
We're getting ready to pull it in and start hammering on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But that's, I always say, you know, what are we waiting on? I think it was a good question. You know, I always ask everybody, hey, you know, I'd like to know, you know, what is the holdup? It's like, where do I put the house? If it's where do I put the house, I'm ready to put a community anywhere in the United States, anywhere. Wyoming, I'll put it in Florida, I'll put it in Delaware, right? I don't care, as long as there are enough people that want to live there. We'll all pitch in, we'll buy it, we'll put it in, and you got a place to stay. We need people to market that. If you want to market that, you want to spearhead that, you want to take it off, let's go and make it happen. There's a criteria, there's a way I do things, the way I handle business, the way I handle people. And what I do is I do it in the most honest and upfront way is what we can do. But it's a very simple process, everybody. This is not rocket science. I'm not out here trying to buy a bunch of land and then I'm undercutting and I'm going to make all this money by, you know, conniving this. This is all of us pitching in, make it happen. Yeah, after a couple years, I get a residual income coming in, but it's because of this idea. My fortitude, making this name for the company is how come that can happen in the years to come, right? But in the return, we keep our rent low. We keep our cost of living low. We don't charge $700, $800, $900 a month rent for a place that you guys need to live.
Right.
And we can protect that and have places to stay all over the country.
And we've heard all the horror stories of what people are paying in rent at RV
Why
parks,
do that?
at rental houses, at just everything that they're, you know, wherever they're renting from. It's astronomical.
Imagine
everywhere.
$200 or $300 a month in California.
Good
Or $200 or $300 a month in a high dollar risk. Think about Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, you can't rent over there for $1,400 a month.
Oh, I know.
It's in the mountains over in North Carolina. It's like
know.
living in LA.
I know.
You know what? We're all out killing each other. So I'm like, why do we ever have to do that? It's just greed. So I don't say, okay, let's keep it at $200 to $300. Done. That's where I'm at.
I do need some water, Carol. I think I'm good now, but I was choking there for just a tad bit.
Well, I'm going to go so you can get
Gloria
something
said it
drink.
was $850 plus in California. That's what you're going to pay.
Can you imagine having lots out there for $300 a month, right? Out there, right next door to places like that. They're all going to laugh at me saying you're a sucker for letting people rent for $3. I'm like, you know what? No. I feel good about what I'm doing, right? And you know what's going to happen? We'll have 20 of those places out there instead of having one. We'll have 20 scattered across the country.
And two, you know, Brenda said in Colorado, the tiny home parks rent is over $600 a month. One thing that I want to bring up is Dawn has put on here, are these suitable for northern winters? So just touch on that really quick before we leave.
Yeah, we got down to about 11 degrees here, 10 degrees the other day. And we actually had a foam house out here, and I have somebody living in it.
Yeah.
Karen was so nice to let Albert stay in it while he's building. And he had a little bitty heater about this big, and he had another heater.
Yeah.
And he said it was beautifully warm
toasty.
in there,
Yep.
in that foam house. Now, as I said, that's an experimental home. These homes here, totally good. The only
Yep.
thing is that your floor will get cold
If you don't have skirting.
if you don't have skirting. I don't care where you're at, Tennessee or in
Because
Minnesota.
because the home, the foam home, the floor, is it the panels? What is it? What's the floor?
No, we spray foam it.
Okay.
But it's any spray foam. It's just going to be.
It's just
It's
gonna
like
get-
on a bridge.
Right.
It's just blowing underneath there constantly. Now, but so it'll be a little bit cooler. But these homes are so small and they're spray foam. You put just even a little extra electric heater at night, it'll run you out of there, everybody. So you can see already what Donna said was $11 for like.
And it's just a little heater, because Ruben said, what kind of heaters are you using? Just an electric heater.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
And skirting does make a huge difference, Sharon.
Yeah, big deal. And we got plugs underneath there now. You can just put a plug and you can put a heater under your home and heat the whole floor underneath there with a thermostat. Good to go.
Do we know anybody that has lived in their tiny home with like anywhere like very, what am I saying, minus
Zero?
degree, weather?
Yes, up in
Winter?
Maine.
Up in Maine,
Yep,
okay.
I've talked to her. She's talked to me several times. And she put hay bales around her house on the outside, kept
Okay.
it warm. She actually put a little carpet on the floor instead of the hardwood floors. And
Okay.
it was nice.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
So
Okay.
everybody could go on and on. Tonight, I'm just feeling that I've designed this company to be a people's company. I mean, I know that I run it and I oversee it, but because of the prices and because of who we are as a company and how we try to keep all of our costs low, it's really, I opened the door, like we had a calendar made by a customer. If you guys want to have fun and be a part of this the company and what we're doing and how we're doing, it has to flow well. It has to just, if you have ideas and you want to be a part of something, it can't be pushed on us, it can't be dragged on us, it can't be manipulated, but if you want to be a part of something and enjoy this thing that we've started, it can be a really nice thing.
Right.
It can be fun. And that's what I'm out to do. I'm out to have fun, everybody. And I love working and I love building things, All right, I'm done. I've talked in circles. Thank you for watching from all over the world, in New Zealand and Germany and
And we
Belgium.
got 271 thumbs up likes, so that's amazing.
271.
271, that's amazing.
271.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough for doing that.
That's right.
I hope that our show, something that we just come on here and we show you who we are as people, can supersede any show out there about tiny homes or any kind of building. I wish we could do it.
And and I want to thank everybody, and I know Randy does too, that the show that we had last week on the 23rd before Christmas, we were on for 2 hours and 22 minutes. And do you know the majority of you all stayed on?
Sure did.
For 2 hours and 22 minutes. And that is amazing. We both thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And we had a ball. We did the game in here. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
We showed all the gifts that we had. And then we went over and had a great surprise of seeing the resort over there. And it was a lot of fun.
You sent me that video, I think,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, I
Or
said,
part of it or something like that.
I don't know if I
You
sent
me
it
how
to you.
pretty it was over there.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't,
beautiful.
I didn't rewatch the video in the resort.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the 23rd and watch that,
It was fun.
drove all the way up in the resort on them roads. Listen, that
Udi
resort.
said we had a blast. It was so fun.
That resort has got trails and roads all over
It's
it.
so pretty.
And it's going to stay like that probably forever.
Yeah.
So if you want a part of that over there, come on, everybody. Have a great night.
Yep.
I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes, and I hope to see you tomorrow between probably 2 and 5. Something like that, maybe?
Ish.
All right. And
Heavy on the
New Year's
ish.
Eve, we will be here blowing up a Christmas tree. So gather around your phone or your TV or whatever you got, because you'll really enjoy that New Year's Eve night.
Yeah.
Everybody, have a great night. We'll see you. Everybody's still working, man.
I know they are still working.
I love it.